A symphony in the world of classical music means traditionally a work in 4 movements. The tradition is strong in the 18th century for the classical symphony to have 4 movements in the following order. A first movement that is fast, allegro, a slow movement which usually comes second, which is in a slow tempo, in a contrasting key. A third movement traditionally had been a minuet, danced type movement, and then a rapid finale. And the whole is an integrated artwork balanced among its 4 contrasting inner movements. That kind of tradition is the tradition Beethoven grew up with. Beethoven, by the way, intensifies the third movement to become what he calls a scherzo. And the other thing that happens in this work is the reversal of the order of those 2 movements. You have the scherzo coming second, then the slow movement in a different key, and then the introduction of the finale and the enormous finale, which then follows on a vast scale, like no other finale he had written before. So you're hearing a work which both reflects back on tradition, but in many ways revolutionizes the idea of the symphony in a new way by having a choral finale, not only choral, but with solo voices and chorus, set to the famous Ode to Joy by Schiller. Schiller's idea here is, first of all, to embody the notion of joy as a woman. So, joy, the daughter of Elysium, intoxicated with your fire, heavenly one, we enter your shrine. Joy is a goddess which we can worship as human beings. For joy, we might substitute blessedness, happiness, joining together in pleasure, joining of hands among people. That's what the poem then turns out to be about. The second part, which is crucial, is that all this is happening under God. Seid umschlungen, Millionen, diesen Kuss der ganzen Welt. Brüder übern Sternenzelt muss ein lieber Vater wohnen. Be embraced, O ye millions. Here's a kiss for all the world. Brothers, above the canopy of the stars, there must dwell a loving Father. At the climax of the whole finale, Beethoven writes a double fugue in which the 2 themes come together. So you have the Ode to Joy and this Seid umschlungen, or Here's a Kiss, Be embraced, O ye millions, coming together, symbolically uniting the 2 ideas of the poem, of universal joy and under God. He goes through 3 successive periods of disillusionment, of his republican ideals, of the ideal of democracy, of the ideals written into the French Declaration of Human Rights, or into the American Declaration of Independence, for that matter. All men are created equal? Maybe we hope they are, but are they? The first disillusionment is the Reign of Terror. The second is Napoleon. The third one is the deposing of Napoleon in 1815 and the return to power of the traditional monarchies who the French Revolution had tried to get rid of. So by the early 1820s, I say 3 disillusionments have taken place. It's not accidental that his lifetime ideal of creating a great work around Schiller's Ode to Joy, which celebrates human brotherhood, now finally comes out. This poem had been written in 1785 originally, when the seeds of revolution were still just growing. Now Beethoven finally sets it after many, many years of thinking of doing it, and he puts it into his biggest symphony as its finale. That's his expression. Alle Menschen werden Brüder. All men shall become brothers. If only we can get there. No, it's not a bad theme for the times we're living in, is it? Or any time. That's what gives it resonance.